Yeah, hello scrappers. Yeah, the time has come to finally say goodbye to an old friend. The old Husky 33 gallon, assembled in USA. Old Husky 33 gallon, 6.8 SCFM at 40 PSI, 5.1 at 90, 165 total pressure, 1.7 horsepower. Yep. Saturday before last, when I was cutting up all that pile of short iron, I know my breaker tripped 3 or 4 times when the compressor was running. I thought I had a problem with the electrical out here in these sheds, because I've got step in here, just coming off of here, that orange cord there goes down in underground and goes across the drive over to this shed here, where I've got a little deep freeze, and it comes up to that plug-in there, and then I've got another plug-in over here. But off of that plug-in I had another drop cord that went over to this building, which used to be an old rabbit barn. It's just storage now. I got a couple plug-ins in there and the light. Then from there it goes over to what is now a dog pen. They used to be, originally they were 3-foot high goat pens, and then I raised them up for chicken pens. I've got 3 of them there, and 2 of them are just kind of storage. My wife's got stuff thrown in them, but they got plug-ins in them, lights. That way wintertime I can put heated water bowls in there if I need to. So I thought maybe I had a problem with the electrical out there. But then after cutting up that smoker the other day, I walked in, the compressor was running really rough, just shaking. So I shut it off, and then it would never come back on. But I've had that thing probably 5-6 years. So I went down today, got a brand new 27 gallon, and looking at the specs, it puts out the 5.1 and all that, the same specs as the other one. Yeah, I'll go ahead and cut these straps. Well, let me go get this tripod, and I'll put this camera in the tripod, and we'll go ahead and unwrap it. Cut them straps and pull the box off. This is why I always take some of my scrapping money and set it aside, because you never know when something's gonna give up on you. I thought I could put it on the Home Depot credit card, but I thought, no, I'm going to go ahead and just pay it off. Looks like it says it weighs 116 pounds. Yeah, I'll worry about the straps later. Kind of dry. Hopefully everything's in good shape on it. I don't want to have to take it back to it. Of course, we had a couple others. My daughter was still little, I gave her the walking play. And of course I got it backwards. This one's a little bit easier to roll around. Still about the same height as the 33 gallon. This one's only 27. And it's still 5.1 SCFM at 90. I think that's standard cubic feet measurement. And it's got the double, just like my old one, it's got the double nozzle intake connectors. And these stay back where you just push it in and it locks in. So I'll scrap the other one out, and of course I'll save them. Probably save the regulator and stuff too. You never know, those come in handy. Got a little fan right there. I'll have to figure out how I get in here to... Okay, I guess looks like my air filter's right here underneath. Have to see, figure out how to get that off of there. Looks like it just unscrews. Yep, that's my filter. Have to figure out how to get into that. Okay, easy enough. Easy enough. Man, that whole thing's plastic. Yeah, now getting it lined up to... It feels like I'm on at that time. Yep. Okay, before I get too far, I'm going to bring the other one out here. I got a little disassembly to do on the other one so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm looking at the two side by side. You can definitely tell which one was the 33 gallon was. Now remember, the 33 gallon only went up to, stopped at 165 pounds of pressure. This new one's 200 pounds. So even though it's a smaller tank, 200 pounds of pressure as compared to 165. May not be a whole lot of difference. I want to take that drain cock off because I'm going to hang on to it. I've got this other one that makes it a lot easier to drain. I want to make sure there's no pressure in this thing. Yeah, it's all the way down. When I bought this one, I brought this hose there. I'm pretty sure I can make sure it's in. Yeah. Okay, we're in the shot. Because the hose will stick out just a little bit past the tank, so it's easy to, makes it easy to reach out here and just open it up and drain the water out. Okay, I'm gonna got a little crud down in there. Okay. I'm going to pause the video real quick and go in there and clean this factory Teflon tape off of there. Just take it to the wire wheel. So I'll be right back. Okay, try to clean it up pretty good. Hopefully keep it from having any leaks. Now to find the end of this Teflon tape here. Pretty clean break wherever it is. I think I found it. There it is. Yeah. A slight breeze now. Had a pretty good wind earlier. Fighting this breeze. Static cling. Had it there, and then the thumb slipped off. There we go. Should be good. Make sure it's not over the end. And there's peanut butter right there in the shot. Oh, peanut butter. Come out to get on the video. It's alive, get it. Let's go one more time around. Getting tight. There we go. Okay, I'll shut that off. That should do that. I wonder if they're both about the same height. I know this 33-gallon feels kind of top heavy. Portable air compressors. This one seems a little taller. New one's a little taller. Get back up a little bit. A little taller, not too bad. Yeah, I've had the other one 5-6 years. It lasted quite a while. Of course, if a guy really wanted to, I could take the whole compressor head off of that one, the one, and put it on the 33-gallon tank. I'm sure everything would bolt right up. And that's a possibility to think about. Let's see, in a couple videos on YouTube, one the guy had a compressor, not sure how old it was, out in his garage, and the thing just blew apart. Luckily, no one was standing near it when it blew. So the concussion knocked the windows out of his garage and kind of bent the door frame and did quite a bit of damage. And then I've seen a couple other videos where the guy had an old air compressor and got a new one, cut the tank, and said, you know, it was getting pretty thin. So it may have been getting on the verge of blowing. So I'm thinking it may not be, it might be a good idea to, don't have a compressor that's 10, 15, 20 years old. They say to drain the tank daily. Well, I'm guilty of not doing that. Maybe every couple weeks or so, even with that drain deal on the bottom. And you can see how easy it would be because it sticks out pretty good, so it's easy to reach down and turn it. Of course, it'll be on the wheel side because this side will be up against the wall. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. I want to remind everybody of my Amazon affiliate link. Got a lot of tools and supplies on there that I use when I'm scrapping, and I recommend highly. I'm not putting anything on there I don't use and don't recommend. So, which these compressors here are Husky. They're from Home Depot. I was looking at a North Star online, but for that one I would have to have it shipped in. But it had a separate motor from the compressor unit, belt driven, and it probably would have lasted a long time, probably well built. They say it had, if you bought some kit that goes with it, they'd, have a 5-year warranty. you know, for like home use, but for business use, I think it was 2 year, 3 year, something like that. And I'm not sure on these tanks here. I think Home Depot guarantees them for Husky guarantees them for 2-3 years. So, but I use it pretty heavy. So, but I think pretty much the top is all the same. Which this one here, the old one said right on it, the CFM 5.1 at 90, and this one's got it down on the tag, so 200 psi, where this one here is 165 psi. So a little smaller tank, about 6 gallons, but higher internal pressure. I'll have to get it in there, plug it in, and get the regulator set at 90, because it's about all I need for running air tools and whatnot. Now if I'm airing up truck tires on the 1 ton, 3/4 ton, then I might go ahead and bump it up some. You're running 80 pounds of pressure in the tires, so regulator set at 90. Yeah. I like that, assembled in USA with global components. It means everything's made everywhere, all over the US, shipped here, then they put it together. What's the assembly? Put the tires on. Put the tires and wheels on, and maybe put the top on it. Probably not a lot to do with assembly. But looking at our tag here, good for inflation, finish nailing, framing, roofing, hobby painting. So intermediate for surface prep, cutting, drilling, bolting. Now running the waste oil burner, that's going continuous, but I'm not running a lot of pressure or large volume. I was looking at some of the 20 gallons that had I think 4 CFM at 90, but I was just questioning, would that be enough? I knew the old one kept up just fine, so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and put out the extra money, and this one was $500, $499, and some of the others were $3.5, and I thought, well, I might as well just go a little bit more and get the one I know is going to keep up. Like I said, the other one's been a good friend. It's held up well until just recently, and I gave it up. But you can see they're pretty much the same thing. The top, they're pretty much probably the same. Probably the biggest difference is probably the tank. The tank and this one runs higher pressure. So I probably ought to get, I got a silver Sharpie, I probably ought to write the date on it, and then when it goes, we'll see how long it lasted. So I'm going to get off of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.